Morning everyone, welcome to another video. Just leaving my house this morning, heading to the farm. But I had a little mole in the yard and it was wrecking the new lawn. So I set a trap last night. I didn't expect to catch anything, but it looks like the trap went off. So we're quickly gonna go and check that out. The last time I showed you guys this place, I think it was just a bunch of piles of topsoil, but we got it leveled out and we've had a guy come in every once in a while to come and seed it and keep it watered and basically maintain the lawn. But right here was that mole. These buggers will pile up a bunch of dirt and wreck a bunch of stuff, so we'll see. And we do got him. That is sweet. So this guy's not gonna be making a mess of my lawn anymore. It's just a rodent, kind of like a mouse, so I always just stuff them back down the hole, cover it up. Well, that is sweet. There, you can see he buggered up a bunch of just dug up a bunch of dirt everywhere right along the edge of the driveway and the lawn here. There's another one on the other side of the yard here. You can see they just make a bunch of extra piles everywhere. Well, that's the perfect start to the day. Got rid of that pest. It's not gonna be buggering up my lawn anymore. So we'll head to the farm now. It is hazy out here in Saskatchewan. That sun's not too bright. You can really tell on the horizon there, just a lot of smoke. I guess there's forest fires happening again somewhere in northern Saskatchewan. It always happens at some point in the summer out here where everything's just smoky and you step outside, you just get hit with it. Morning. Yeah, right. Oh, dude. This afternoon we're hauling solid manure again, and it's actually going better than the last time we tried. A couple of days ago, we loaded up the first wagon with that bunny manure spreader, and the drawbar of the tractor slid out, so we were held back a little bit there. But today it's going better. Got a few loads out of the field already. It is a windy day out here, so that means when I'm opening the door, I got to be super careful, hold it pretty good, otherwise the wind is going to take it and rip it off. It's pretty unfortunate. I'm seeing a bunch of canola swaths out in the fields just getting blown over. Those are swaths that were rolled. It's just Saskatchewan for you. Super windy, super dry right now too. You're really starting to see the drought. Everything's turning brown. Anyway, we're still scooping away at that pile of straw pack. There's quite a bit of sawdust in here as well from the calf barn. Load I pulled onto the road and I spilt a good chunk of manure right in the middle of the road in front of our yard. It is a paved road, so people aren't used to that. I should probably go clean it up. We don't want to be too much of a bunch of pigs out here when we're hauling manure, otherwise we're going to get complaints, we'll get problems, so we're always trying to be as respectful as possible. Yeah, that's definitely too much just to leave. We'll just scrape it off the road here. Well, it's still not perfect, but that's definitely a lot better. It's not gonna like knock someone off the road if they go over it too fast or something. I guess they didn't mind too much. Well, the lagoon is pretty much full now again, so it's time to empty it out We got the custom crew coming out, and this is their first unit that showed up to the yard today. We got a nice John Deere 8R in front of the same size tank as ours, the quad axle, 7,900 Canadian gallon tank. And then this is also the one that pulls their Neline lagoon crawler. So this is that amphibious vehicle that can drive on land and float in the lagoon, that stirs it up completely. They got a sweet trailer made just for this crawler, so they can tow it around. This is quite the unit to hum down the road with, pretty long. Just looks solid. It's the exact same crawler that came the last 2 years. So yeah, they're already ready to go, it looks like. They're gonna start stirring it up Wednesday. They'll agitate it Wednesday, and then Thursday they're gonna start hauling. So we still got a couple days. I'm gonna haul as much solid manure as I can these next couple days, and that's going on the same field we plan on hauling all the liquid to. Just that new piece of land. It's never had manure really, so we're trying to put as much on there as possible so that it can produce some good fall rye, because that's what we plan on seeding there later on this fall. So better get back to hauling that solid manure before Dad sees me standing around talking. Back for day 2 of hauling solid manure. Figured we might as well be weighing a load to see how much this thing weighs. Dad pulled over it today and checked it out, so we figured we'd give it a go. See how much a fully loaded blending manure spreader weighs of this drop back manure. Oh shoot. Better make sure we go on straight. Right on. Definitely a little bit sketchy. That dual on the side there isn't on 100%, and a bit of the tires from that manure spreader off the edge. But fully loaded, we're at 32,900 kgs total, so we'll come back with a empty load and then we'll see exactly how much we weigh. Off the scale now, and I just noticed the first time with the scale, there's a line down the middle of the scale, and that's where they welded the two plates together, I guess. At least you would think it's in the middle. It looks like it's almost a foot over to the other side. I was using that to line up with center, and it's not even close. That is pretty sketchy. You almost would want to go and paint a white line through the center of that scale or something, just so that anyone that goes on there in the future doesn't get that mixed up just like I did. Gotta get used to it yet. So we've been hauling the solid manure to that new field, and this field is already ours. This is the new one. So we got the nice smooth approach into this field. We figured we'd do the same thing for this field. That's the road we always come down to come out here from the farm. There was a massive blow ridge here though. That's from way back in the dirty 30s when guys were still plowing their fields. It got super dry and windy, the big drought, and a bunch of sand blew everywhere and made a bunch of ridges where there was fence posts or trees. So we figured we'd smooth that out, because in a day or two we're gonna haul liquid manure to this field, and we want things to be as quickly as possible when we're paying, you know, 200 bucks an hour on average for one of those tanks to be running. You don't want to be holding them up at all, because your driving to the field is rough. Dad's just out here with the New Holland. The New Holland loader, smoothing it out. Looks pretty good. This thing's weighing at about 20,640 kgs. That's going to go up and down a little bit with the amount of fuel that's in the tractor, but for that last load, that meant it weighed 12,240 tons, I believe is the number that I got. So not too heavy at all. That was definitely a lighter load. The part that I was scooping in the pile was also pretty dry, so we're going to try and heap it up this time and see how full and heavy we can make that wagon. because that seems like the responsible thing to do at this point. Well, that's a full wagon and then some, so let's go see how much this one weighs. Well, we just tried again. That load that was heaped up to the max was 15,720 kgs, so still not outrageously heavy. It's definitely nowhere near that range of when we're hauling the straw pack out of the corrals in the spring. We're just hauling some dry, light material, big volume, lightweight, but that's okay. Makes speeding up on the road pretty easily. Well, we're almost done that pile. We'll get back at that again tomorrow morning. We'll get that finished hopefully before lunchtime, and then the second half of the day is going to be spent switching over to liquid manure. That lagoon crawler is going to get agitating tomorrow as well, I believe, so that's going to be sweet. And then tomorrow night I think my dad's going to start hauling liquid. So tomorrow is going to be a super busy day, and I got to get to bed so we can get everything done then. So that is going to be it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons down below. Check out the Instagram @SaskDutchKid, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.